May I come on?
Come.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
So you are Siddharth
Yes, sir.
from St. Anselm's.
Yes, sir.
My elder son was also from St. Anselm's, Jaipur. Okay. You did your civil engineering?
Yes, sir.
So after working so much hard for IIT entrance exam, then doing civil engineering in IIT, what makes you think that you should come to civil services?
Sir, in IIT, I got an opportunity to practice dramatics. Sir, in that I used to do Nukkad Natak. So, sir, for my first 2 years, I did over 12 Nukkad Nataks, and in that we used to perform on various social issues. So, sir, in that process, we used to discuss and debate on different social issues, and we get to know the different issues that were there. So, sir, in my third year, when I decided to pursue a career, that time I feel that rather than presenting the problems, I should be a part of the solution. And sir, there were many seniors in my college who, after interacting them, I felt that I want to pursue a career in public services where I get an opportunity to work at the grassroots level, and sir, afterwards to make an policy through which I can, by being an IAS officer,
अच्छा चलो
I can
ठीक
work
है, ये बताओ कि what problems did you observe at that time when you were in college,
Yes,
when
sir.
you were doing these nataks?
Yes, sir.
Which were those problems which basically ignited you like this?
Yes.
Which were those problems which you noticed?
Sir, like we did a Nukkad Natak Dafaragi on education system. So, sir, like the issues in education system.
Yeah, what issues did you
Sir,
observe there?
like I observed, my mother is a teacher. So, sir, I observed that the main issues are number one, sir, infrastructure issues in
No, but the
government
infrastructure
office.
issue is not a social issue, you know.
Yes, sir.
You say that by enacting those
Yes.
Nukkad Nataks, you came to know about some social problems
Yes.
which you want to solve. What are those social problems? That's what I am asking.
Sir, like one was on related to sex education, like in our society.
Sex education is not that social problem.
Sir, the openness in our society, sir, related to Islamophobia.
So what will you do for this in IAS? Suppose you come into IAS. So what will you do for sex education?
Sir, starting like right from our education system, we do not teach.
No, you don't have any interference in education system. There will be separate headmaster, then there will be assistant director education, deputy director education, joint director education, and you will not have any control over them.
Sir, later on in my career, when I will get an opportunity.
So for that time, by the way, you get posted in education department. You are just only for that particular occasion you are coming to IAS.
No, sir. There were different social issues as well, like sir, untouchability. We work on that.
Untouchability. What will you do in untouchability? Suppose you come into IAS, what will you do?
Sir, awareness programs. Sir, bringing about a behavioral change.
How an IAS officer posted as district collector will be able to bring behavioral changes?
Sir, I will try to use NGOs or try to bring out, sir, whatever will be the practices that can be adopted to bring about a change. So I will try to implement that in my district if there exists this issue.
No, I just want to have an idea. What do you have? Because this is the basis you have told us.
Yes.
That this is the basis for you to take a decision of coming for civil service examination. So there should be basic and very strong reasons.
Sir.
So हमेशा जब भी बोलते हैं एग्जाम में, so you should always be sure.
Yes, sir.
Because there will be secondary questions.
Yes, sir. Right.
Suddenly, that you spoke with very great Josh. But when we really started talking about it, then you are lost.
Sir, like the topics I told you were the one in which we do Nukkad. But sir, generally we used to discuss like if any issue we see in newspaper, like related to inequality in like Oxfam report, if we saw in newspapers, so we used to discuss about it, like there exists an inequality in our society. Or sir,
what is the measure of inequality in our society at present?
Sir, the urban-rural divide, and sir, the rich and poor divide. Like
Whatever.
only 10% of,
What is that?
like sir, according to World Inequality Report, only 10% of our population hold 57% of our assets. So sir, we used to feel that till now we have been just doing our engineering studies. We
So
have
now,
not been
suppose you come into IAS,
yes sir.
then what will you do for this?
Sir, implementing the schemes like PM Awas Yojana so that everyone has
So
an
PM
opportunity.
Awas Yojana,
PM
do you think that it will reduce that inequality?
Sir, people will get an opportunity to have an household. Sir,
Okay.
through PM Kisan, they will have that basic income.
Hmm.
And sir, through all these schemes, then they can go to the next level if their basic necessities are completed. So, sir, this is the way we can reduce inequality.
How will you do? What will be the resources with you? That's what I am interested in asking. How will you do it? This is a dream. It's okay. It's a very good dream. But as an IAS officer, what will you do? How will you do it?
Sir, exactly what? Sir, I'm not able to grasp.
Suppose suppose you decide X scheme
Yes,
has to be done,
yes,
has to be implemented. So how will you do it?
Sir,
from where will you bring money?
Sir, through corporate social responsibility, like I read about.
So you will bring money from corporate social responsibility.
So that is one of the options.
And second, another option?
Sir, through by ensuring that whatever the fund is earmarked for that scheme.
That scheme, you are starting a new scheme, right?
Yes, sir. Sir, that I will learn in my training that how to implement a scheme from where all the resources are taken. So, sir.
Okay.
This process,
thank you very much.
In Sri Lanka,
yes,
a lot of crisis is going on.
Yes.
And most challenging task appears to be the debt problem. Can you explain what is the debt crisis, what is the size of the crisis, and how it has evolved, and what are the likely solutions?
So Sri Lankan debt crisis evolved from three reasons. One was a sudden shift to organic farming, due to which their basic food demand could not be met. Second was, sir, the huge debt that they took from China, due to which their external debt increased. Third will be, sir, their domestic populist policies, due to which their whole macroeconomic stability destabilized. And sir, what was the other question?
What is the size of the debt crisis, and what are the likely solutions?
Sir, issue is so severe that they have refused $51 billion external debt repayment, and they are looking towards IMF for debt solution. They have also, sir, solutions can be, sir, in short term, stopping populist policy, asking neighboring countries like India and friendly countries for temporary loans. Like sir, they have asked India for a $2 billion line of credit, as well as sir, asking IMF for loans. And sir, in long term, they should strengthen their macroeconomic stability.
How does IMF help giving loan or whatever?
Sir, IMF help these countries by giving some conditions, and according to that conditions, it gives loan.
No, but they don't have any money. IMF does not have any money.
Do they have money to give lend?
Sir, different countries have SDR, standing deposit ratio, through which
standing deposit ratio.
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall the
special drawing rights.
Special drawing rights. Yes, sir.
SDRs.
So, sir, through which the whole IMF contingent is fixed, and from that amount, different countries pay that amount. And sir, from that,
do you think Sri Lanka would be having so much SDR to cover $51 billion?
No, sir. Majorly, the developing and developed countries, they have the majority of shareholding of SDR, and sir, IMF basically helps developing and countries who are in crisis to help them out of these.
Yeah, do you think that other countries will give SDRs to Sri Lanka?
Sir, IMF helps different nations to come out of the.
No, we are पढ़ा नहीं अखबार में कि so much of loan has been given by IMF to Sri Lanka. It has come in the newspapers 2-3 days back.
Sorry, sir.
ऐसे SDR को दूसरा country थोड़ी देगा.
Already given loans earlier also to Sri Lanka, and that has also not been repaid. Now Do you think IMF will again bail out Sri Lanka?
Sir, that is one of the issue. That's why Sri Lanka is asking friendly countries like India and China to help them out.
But how can India help Sri Lanka out? What comes to your mind?
So, like recently, India has given them free transport.
Oh, that's very small. It cannot resolve the whole problem. Anyway, think about it more later. Huh? Now, our president's election is going to happen very, very soon. Within next 2-3 months only. Now, what is the electoral college for the presidential election in India?
Sir, all the MPs and all the elected members of state legislative assemblies.
So all MPs, even if nominated?
Sir, all the elected MPs of both the houses and not the nominated one, and all the elected members of state legislative assemblies.
And what about the MLCs?
No, sir.
They are not. And what about the union territories?
Sir, union territories, elected legislative assemblies of UT of Delhi and Puducherry, they vote. The rest of them.
The others don't. So what is the value of the vote of an MLA or of an MP?
Sir, the total vote values of all the MLAs is added and is divided by total number of MPs, and that is equal to vote value of one MP. And sir, vote value of one MLA is equal to total number of MLAs in that state divided by its population. So, sir,
Divided by the population.
population of that state.
That's all. Divided by the population in 1,000.
Into 1/1000.
And which year's population is taken?
Sir, currently 1991 census.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Siddharth. There was a very famous person who had his name called Siddharth in childhood. Who was he?
Sir, Gautam Buddha.
Gautam Buddha. What was his mother's name?
Sir, I'm not able to recall.
His wife's name?
Sir, I'm not able to.
Okay. Why did he leave his kingdom and went away? What was the story behind it?
Sir, he went on a journey of his kingdom, Mahavinishram, that event is known as, in which he saw a sannyasi, in which he saw, first of all, in which he saw different events through which he realized that there is a lot of sorrow in this whole world. And sir, he was living a good life throughout his whole journey. So he thought that there does not exist any sorrow. And sir, when he get to see those events, then he realized that the life I am living is a lie. And then sir, he went on attaining the real knowledge. And then sir, he did meditation, and then he attained nirvana, where he got, after which he gave the 4 truths, noble truths of life.
So what was the crux of his teaching?
Sir, that the life is full of sorrow, and the reason for sorrow is desire, and said these desires will end only when we attain the true enlightenment or knowledge.
So he said life is full of sorrow.
Yes, sir.
So is that true? Do you agree with that?
No, sir. Sir, life has both the aspects, sorrow as well as joy. It depends upon our perspective, which we see.
Okay. So you don't agree with Buddha?
No, sir, not that whole life is full of sorrow.
Okay. Now, what is the oldest theatre in India? You participate in a lot of plays.
Yes, sir.
What is the oldest theatre in India?
Sir, oldest one was, sir, in ancient time, Kalidas and Bharat Muni's Natya, based on Bharat Muni's Natya Shastra plays
Even
used to
before
happen.
that. Even before Kalidas.
Sorry, sir, not able to.
No? Which is there everywhere in all villages in India, even now. Not all, but so many villages.
Sorry, sir, not able to.
Ram Leela, don't know. That's
Yes,
the
sir.
oldest theatre in India.
Yes, sir.
Now, you your father is in the agriculture marketing.
Yes, sir.
So how do we decide on MSP?
Sir, sir, government's committee on economic affairs,
They
CECA.
decide on that. Government's Committee on Economic Affairs.
So I'm not able to recall the name of committee.
Okay. The agricultural laws,
Yes, sir.
they were introduced and then they were repealed.
Yes.
Do you think they were good laws or they were not so good?
Sir, there were both the aspects in all these laws.
Mhm.
Sir, for example, agriculture marketing law. Sir, in that law, sir, the initiative was good that the farmer was allowed to sell everywhere. But sir, the issue was that the infrastructure for selling, like sir, that we have in APMC does not exist outside it. In APMC, there is proper mechanism for each and every part of selling the good by farmer. It is a well structured. So, sir, alternate was not there. So, sir, that was the issue in APMC law. Sir, regarding organic
So
market.
this alternative was good or not for the farmer?
Sir, if this alternative is developed properly, then sir, it can basically reduce the mandi tax, the commission tax of commission agent. So, sir, it will help him in getting.
So you think the
Selling.
alternatives were good? If the farmer can sell in APMC or somewhere outside, that gives him a better option.
That
isn't
gives
it?
him, yes, sir, it gives him a better opportunity.
So what was the bad aspect of those laws?
Sir, in APMC one, the bad aspect was that alternate infrastructure was not available. In sir, the contract farming one, sir, it was a good initiative, but sir, government was not able to remove the fear of farmers regarding they were sir threatened that they will get exploited by the different commercial companies.
Mhm.
So sir, if although sir there was provision that they can complain to state SDM and sir, but still they were not able to remove their fears. And sir, the third one regarding organic farming, contract farming, APMCs. And sir,
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Siddharth.
You just mentioned about the Oxfam report.
yes,
What is Oxfam?
sir, Oxfam is an international organization of England, which sir gives reports on these different social
A
issues.
single NGO?
Yeah, yes, sir, it is an NGO of universities. I'm not able to recall the universities.
No, but this is one NGO or there are many NGOs in this?
No, sir, there are different collaboration of universities which present this Oxfam report.
So what was the controversy about the Oxfam? You were mentioning about Oxfam
Yes,
report.
sir, it highlighted that just in its earlier report in 2020, it highlighted that.
No, we need that. What was the recent controversy?
So the recent controversy was that government highlighted that we are doing a lot of schemes for ensuring social
It is
equity,
related to
but still,
FCRA now. I'm
Sir.
asking something
okay,
which is related to FCRA.
sir, that news I'm not able to recall.
Not, the license was not renewed.
Yes,
The registration.
yes, sir.
Not aware. Okay, you study on that. You assume the role of Putin and you have to address the UN Assembly. And your theme is this war is not our choice, this has been imposed upon us. Now convince the UN Assembly members.
Sir, I will start with the basic issue, that is the national security of Russia.
You start. Start.
Sir, the main highlighting issue in this whole crisis is the national security of Russia, which is being harmed due to eastward expansion of NATO. And sir, and we cannot let our sphere of influence get reduced due to NATO's westward expansion. Hence, and since Ukraine has not given any written commitment to not join either EU or NATO, this war was this war was a product of Western dominance and their eastward expansion. So it was inevitable, and that will be my.
So you will talk about influence actually to
Yes.
UN members. Yes, we want actually to spread our influence over actually the Europe and neighbor countries. So this,
Sir, like
will
the
that be very convincing? If you talk about influence.
So the main issue was there regarding Russia's national security, that they were scared that West will come to their back doors because Ukraine was shifting towards.
Okay, but we can't do anything because you are Putin. So you can actually convince the way you want. You are from Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
Now tell us the 4 social evils in Rajasthan which we are not able to eradicate in the past many years.
Sir,
The
one.
top one, the most important one should come first.
Okay, sir. So then the first one will be illiteracy.
Illiteracy.
Women illiteracy. There is a disparity in male and female illiteracy, and Rajasthan average literacy rate is below the national average. Second will be, sir, the issue of child marriage. It still exists. The sir, the total 10% of child brides are in Rajasthan of whole nation. And sir, third will be, sir, issue of dowry. Sir, dowry exists as a social issue, especially in Rajasthan. Fourth will be, sir, unemployment, which is quite high.
Is it social problem?
Sorry, sir, that will be more of an economic problem.
No,
Sir.
I'm not interested. It's only a social problem.
Okay, sir. Sir, fourth one will be, sir, female feticide and infanticide. Sir, that exists.
But the most important is still missing.
Sir, water scarcity.
Water scarcity cannot be a social problem.
Sir,
Just guess. You belong to a village or city?
sir, I come from a city, but I visit my village regular. Like,
Where is your village?
sir, near Savai Madhu.
Savai Madhu.
Yes.
Have you heard about untouchability?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Siddharth, first of all, congratulations. It's your first attempt.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. This beard is for, I mean, this suits you, of course. It is for keeping or
No, sir, I will remove it in the final
final.
interview.
Then you will keep scratching your face in the interview. Why not do it in advance?
Sir, because today only I came from Jaipur, so I didn't get time.
You didn't get time. What an interesting explanation. Civil engineering. Why it is called civil engineering?
Sir, because it relates to building civil infrastructure, like which can be accessed by the general public. So, engineering which makes different.
Most engineering cater to civil infrastructure.
So this caters totally to all the civil works like dams.
Any other
bridges.
explanation?
No, sir, I'm not able to recall.
Okay. Is there, like there are, number of schools of architecture,
Yes.
and Rajasthan, of course, is a architectural architect's delight, isn't it?
Yes.
Is there a school of Rajasthan architecture?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
You are a student of civil engineering.
Yes.
You should know it more than we know it. Would you like to give it a thought further?
Sir, I have not heard.
What is the most of these known forts and other buildings? They are made of. What kind of stone is used there?
Sir, mostly red sandstone, and limestone is used.
Why sandstone is called sandstone?
Sir, it is composed of it is composed of sand as well, and sir, red sandstone because of its red color. Sir,
Most stones.
because over the years, like sand sand and different gravels and fine aggregates, they combine to form these stones over a long period of time. So sandstone.
थोड़ा सा एनर्जी पैदा करो अपनी आवाज में,
Okay,
ठीक है? What else? Civil engineering
Yes, sir.
and public administration, where you are aspiring to go,
Yes, sir.
they make a very powerful combination.
Yes, sir.
Now, what tech aids, what tech tools have ensured a smoother, faster quality implementation of infrastructure projects, development projects? Can you name some of the tech tools?
So like cranes, bulldozers, like
Oh,
trawlers.
technology.
Technological tools are like 3D, like sir, this in geoinformatics, mapping of any area before implementing the project,
Mhm.
the satellite mapping, and sir,
Mhm.
the leveling that we do through different instruments that ensure that whether the project is feasible or not. And sir, so similarly, sir, the
You see, because there is a lot of emphasis, I mean, not only central government, but most of the state government, they are undertaking a lot of development and infrastructure projects, right? I would suggest that you better read on, what tools, technological tools have facilitated faster and quality this thing. One reference, I should be saying it in the feedback, but quickly, is Vice President of BJP or Shastra Budhe. He has written some books, edited books and things like on the development projects being undertaken by the center and some of the state governments. Do go through that. My last question to you is, uh, Rajasthan was in news today for a serious road accidents, a number of road accidents, which killed almost 13 people. Are you aware of it?
no, sir. I'm not.
I won't ask you what is the road safety record of Rajasthan, but I would want to know, because I'm aware that Rajasthan government is putting in special efforts in this direction. Can you name some of the steps that they have taken to ensure better road safety?
Sir, decongesting for decongesting the road, sir, they have made the projects of like a ring road is being made around Jaipur so that the traffic can be decongested. Sir, expressway like sir Jaipur.
Ring roads and expressways and highways, they cause maximum accidents. So they are definitely not,
Sir,
most accidents take place there. They don't take place in congested areas. And we
sir,
are not talking of congestion. We are talking of road safety, whereby the accident rate is reduced. That is the goal of road safety.
sir, they are promoting mass rapid transit system so that people can use
Mass
rapid transit system so that they can use buses, metros, sir, integrated command and control center so that the traffics can
Chalo,
be.
last part of this.
Yes.
What are the major factors which cause road accidents?
Sir, one can be improper, not regular maintenance of roads, sir, poor quality of roads. Second will be, sir, no margin for if overtaking zones are not provided in the roads. Sir, lack of channelized intersection, which creates high density at crossings. Sir,
It's
fourth,
okay. It's okay. Thank you.
thanks.
So please wait outside. We shall just call you.
Yes.
Come. Better. So, you are a very bright candidate and have very high possibilities of coming into civil services in the first attempt itself. There's something very great about you. You have very great capacity of speaking fluently. You express your confidence. Your personality is befitting. to the occasion, all those things are very, very good. But to make it sure that you get into IAS, you have to do something extra, right? Number one is that you have to, first of all, gather knowledge of whatsoever is happening around you. When is your interview?
Sir, 4th May.
हाँ कभी तो है time बहुत है.
Yes.
Because your depth of knowledge needs improvement.
Yes.
Because after first question, whenever second question is asked, you are stuck up by anyone now.
Yes.
Secondly, never try to make a dream like नुक्कड़ नाटक और ये सब चीज. क्या होता है कि we immediately understand what is happening, and the consequent questions were revealing that that was not the actual scenario which persuaded you or motivated you to appear in the civil service examination. It's something else. So if that is something else, then you should speak it truthfully.
There are, sir, many factors, so, sir, it will take time. It will take time to explain all those factors. Like, sir, doing this dramatics only, I was able to explore my personality. I was able to understand.
That is okay. Exploring personality is different.
Yes.
But thinking of coming into IAS,
Yes.
that cannot be the reason.
Yes.
Because if that was the reason, you would have told these are the reasons, these are the factors which I will be contesting for. This is the way I will be doing it, and something of that sort.
Right.
Something of that sort. Never mind. So that can be improved.
Yes.
So you increase your depth of knowledge. अब कैसे करोगे इसको?
Sir, DEF के हर point पे और research.
डेफ भूल जाओ आप. डेफ से तो एक आधी क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा आपसे, because you are so young. Your knowledge will be tested. Rather than the DEF, your knowledge will be tested. First thing, you just go on writing few very important publications which I want to tell you. First is Down to Earth. For environmental and ecological and geographical issues. You go for last 3 issues. Online, they are available.
Okay, sir.
Second is Science and Technology Daily. Is another publication on internet. Science and Technology Daily. Its name is daily, but it's not daily. Right? It's a monthly publication. You might be knowing it because you are a student of science and technology, so you should know. Number 3, which is again a very important thing which I am going to tell you. Economic and Political Weekly, issues of March and April.
Okay, sir.
जिसमें आप लोग घबरा रहे थे ना इसमें बोलने में, वो सारा कुछ आपको इसमें मिल जाएगा सारा. चलो अभी लिखो आगे. Then international relations. How will you come to know about them? It's a very simple thing, very, very simple thing, that you go in for cut the clutter. लिख लो इसमें. Cut the clutter. Shekhar Gupta show
The print.
on internet,
Yes.
YouTube, right? You should look into it with the perspective of at least last 7 to 8 episodes. All these issues which we were talking have been discussed by him, taking both the perspectives, plus or minus. So you will get thorough knowledge of all these things. Last but not the least, Unacademy will give you electronic copy of these critical issues. You will just take it outside. These will give you the complete knowledge of what you should know about for the interview. The Unacademy has prepared a special publication for you people, all detailed issues, so that you understand and you are able to reply. Then, whenever some question is asked to you, what you tend to do is immediately you want to answer.
Sir, I'm trying to control myself. This has been my habit of spontaneity.
Oh, that might be that, but that will harm you tremendously.
Yes, sir, right.
So what you can do is, as soon as some question is asked, give a pause. Don't answer. Don't think of answering.
Okay.
Make a structure of that answer in your brain. That what do you want to speak, and then come out with the answer, logical answer. And while giving answer, never give inputs of false things which you don't know. Just don't go on putting the things here and there which you are not aware at all. Because then we will think that he does not have aptitude for becoming a civil servant. That major edge of coming into this examination at this stage, that will be lost by you. So whenever a question is asked, keep cool, don't start answering. No one will ever mind about it. Wait for some time, make a structure what you want to speak, and ensure that you will not speak lies in that. If you don't know, then you can always ask for
I'm
excuse.
not sure you say that I don't know after this. First supplementary, second supplementary. It's not necessary that you go on answering.
Yes, sir. Right.
But you tend to answer everything. Then you start guessing and the wrong, on completely wrong footing.
Sir, like the IMF one, I have read that whatever I know, I told. So, sir,
No, you did not read
No, you
properly.
could not answer.
Because the
after a while on SDR issue, you just got stuck.
yes, sir, I should have told that.
You did not know what is SDR, how does it work. Huh?
So I have read that many times, but I was not able to.
Not able to recall. That is because you are in a hurry to answer. So don't be in a hurry. Think for a while, just for 5 to 10 seconds. Nothing wrong in it.
Okay? Anything from your side?
Sir, yes.
So work hard and success is there for you. Okay? All the best.
But you have passed it first chance,
You are a
it's
first
already a great
timer,
thing.
you should make it this time only.
Yeah, this is the best
That is
time
what
for
I am
you.
trying. Sir, I am reading different issues, but
Then don't go for that. I am taking you that. That's why we have made this summary for you. Systematically, should be very systematic. GS1A,
And plus
GS2A, GS3A,
these journals which you
and these journals which I have told you.
so till now, what I was doing was I was reading the transcripts and whatever issue is I was.
No advantage of that. I'm telling you. No advantage. Do these exercises. You take the publication from there. Okay, all the best.
All the best.
Yes.
Unacademy. Let's crack it.